Ladies and gentlemen, this is Lions Den with another news and commentary. New Orleans Saints quarterback Drew Brees went on an interview on Yahoo Finance saying, quote, "I would never agree with anybody disrespecting the flag of the United States of America or our country." In other words, he's taking shots at Colin Kaepernick when he took a knee in 2016. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, reaction will not show you the video, but however, you will hear the audio of the interview. So I'm going to go ahead and play it, and I'm going to continue the rest of my commentary.
Everyone is looking back now at Kaepernick's protests from a few years ago, and obviously they were always about police brutality, and now it's coming back to the fore, and a lot of people expect that we will see players kneeling again even when the NFL season starts. I'm curious how you think the NFL will and should respond to that, and of course, you're such a leader in the league. What is your responsibility as a leader in times like this for the rest of your teammates and players in the league?
Well, I will never agree with anybody disrespecting the flag of the United States of America or our country. Let me just tell you what I see or what I feel when the national anthem is played and when I look at the flag of the United States. I envision my two grandfathers who fought for this country during World War II, one in the Army and one in the Marine Corps, both risking their lives to protect our country and to try to make our country and this world a better place. So every time I stand with my hand over my heart, looking at that flag and singing the national anthem, that's what I think about. And in many cases, it brings me to tears, thinking about all that has been sacrificed, not just those in the military, but for that matter, those throughout the civil rights movements of the 60s, and everyone and all that has been endured by so many people up until this point. And is everything right with our country right now? No, it's not. We still have a long way to go. But I think what you do by standing there and showing respect to the flag with your hand over your heart is it shows unity. It shows that we are all in this together. We can all do better, and that we are all part of the solution.
I want to make a response to Drew Brees for a moment because he acts like that his family is the only family members that serves in the military, that fought for World War II. Let me tell you something. With all due respect, Mr. Brees, our forefathers, some of our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers fought in World War II. And so you're saying that, you know, when, I mean, he ain't going to say the name Colin Kaepernick because he know better, right? So because Colin Kaepernick took a knee in 2016 for racial injustice and equality and police brutality, you, as well as anybody else, along with Roger Goodell in the NFL, against what Colin Kaepernick has done. Let's keep it real. It's all about him. And he talking about, well, I would never agree with anyone disrespecting the flag of the United States of America or our country. You know, Drew Brees doesn't understand why Colin Kaepernick took a knee. He doesn't understand what's going on in America when it comes to racial injustice. People like Trayvon Martin, people like Elton Sterling in the state of Louisiana, Baton Rouge, people like Fernando Castillo, Sandra Bland, Eric Gardner, Tamir Rice, Laquan McDonald, Oscar Grant. People like them that lost their lives in when it comes to police-involved shootings and police brutality. But no, you don't care about that. All you care about is your image. And by the way, Mr. Brees, if it wasn't for your offensive line, by the way, who are black, that protected you from getting a sack all the damn time, you wouldn't have this publicity. You wouldn't have this knowledge as a quarterback. So don't tell me that you don't respect anyone that take a knee, because you don't live our lives. You don't live where we live. It's not, you don't know what it's like to be black or be Hispanic and try to survive every single day. You don't know what it's like. You're afraid of going outside every day, being a young black man, or being a black man in general. You don't know what it's like when police officers staring you down like you are an animal or a criminal. You don't know what it's like when it comes to that. See, this is why Snoop Dogg, and I'm going to get to the response in a second. This is why Snoop Dogg, this is why LeBron James and other celebrities are getting your ass right now, because it's the way you say it. You don't even understand why Colin Kaepernick, and that's why you said what you said. You going after Colin Kaepernick for taking the knee for racial injustice and police brutality, but you or anybody else don't understand that. Now, with that being said, let's go to the comments, shall we? And speaking of rapper Snoop Dogg, he said, Drew Brees, you on bullshit. Shut the fuck up. Okay? Another reply from Sonny says, Drew Brees played for New Orleans, but still don't see why black people fight for equality. And another comment in response, he said, Drew Brees grew up a few miles from the Ninth Ward and doesn't understand inequality. Another person, Marquise Goodwin, a wide receiver for Marquise Goodwin, and it says it's not white versus black, it's everyone versus racism. Emmanuel Ochoa, former linebacker, he said, dear white people, for days you asked me what you can do to help. I finally found an answer. Let your guard down and listen. I guess he sent Drew Brees a video of his response. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Now, LeBron James, now listen what he says that blows everyone's mind. I'm glad he said what he says. He says, wow, man, is it still surprising at this point? Sure isn't. You literally still don't understand why Cap was kneeling on one knee. Has absolutely nothing to do with disrespecting of the American flag and our soldiers, men and women, who keeps our land free. My father-in-law was one of those. And the list goes on and on and on and on, ladies and gentlemen. But my point, what I'm saying is that Drew Brees still don't get it. And this is why I don't have no respect for him. I don't respect for Roger Goodell, the NFL commissioner. I don't disrespect the owners of it because they had a shot at Colin Kaepernick, but they refused to do that because they didn't want no backlash from white fans. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't be surprised if the New Orleans Saints ain't gonna be good this year. And it's gonna be very interesting to see how the players respond to Drew Brees after he made that comment. His teammates in the locker room. I want to see how their response about this, because again, without them, your Saints will not go anywhere. And now, since you believe what you believe, I don't know, Drew. You might as well make it up with your teammates, because they're gonna feel some type of way when you say what you said just now. I'm just saying. Y'all let me know what you think about this. Like, click, subscribe, and remember to click the notification bell for all the news and commentary. With that being said, this is Lions In signing off. Deuces.